Chapter 1, Mishnah 8. We may not make ornaments, decorations for idols, such as chokers, nose rings, or finger rings. Rabbi Eliezer says it is permissible to make them for pay. The Torah prohibits selling houses or fields in Eretz Yisrael to idolaters. The Mishnah discusses the law of something that is attached to the ground. We may not sell to idolaters anything that is attached to the ground, i.e. a plant or tree, or even produce that has not yet been harvested, because one may sell it to an idolater once it has been cut down, since this does not give the idolater ownership in the land. Rabbi Yehuda says he may sell it to an idolater with the condition that it will be cut down, since the idolater then has no ownership in the land. On the biblical level, this prohibition forbids only selling land to an idolater in Eretz Yisrael. We may, however, rent him land in Eretz Yisrael, and we may rent and sell him land outside of Eretz Yisrael. The sages, however, decreed that some of these transactions are forbidden. The Mishnah cites a dispute regarding the extent of these decrees. We may not rent houses in Eretz Yisrael to idolaters, so that we should not come to violate the biblical prohibition against selling them land in Eretz Yisrael. And it goes without saying that we may not rent them fields in Eretz Yisrael. In Syria, we may rent them houses, because the sages did not apply the same stringencies to Syria as they did to Eretz Yisrael. But we may not rent them fields in Syria, so that we not come to sell fields to them there and violate two prohibitions. In other lands outside of Eretz Yisrael, we may sell houses and rent fields to them. These are the words of Rebbe Meir, a more lenient view. Rabbi Yossi says, in Eretz Yisrael we may rent them houses, but not fields, so that we not come to sell them fields and violate two prohibitions. In Syria we may sell houses and rent fields to them. In other lands outside of Eretz Yisrael, we may sell them both these and those, i.e. houses and fields. In these more distant lands, the sages were not concerned that allowing people to sell houses and fields could result in selling houses and fields in Eretz Yisrael to idolaters.